I'm just playing. This is your BET Honors Review. I haven't done a review of this since last year, so I'm going to do it again this year. So, okay, let's start right now. So, I went to BET Honors. It was postponed. At first, there was a snowstorm or something like that. So, there was a snowstorm. It was postponed. I was going to get tickets in, but I was like, they were still trying to get me to get tickets. And I was like, I'm not getting tickets. I don't know if you're going to have this event. I don't know. So anyway, so I ended up getting tickets. And the thing about BET Honors is that it's not like a Ticketmaster type thing. So you have to either know somebody at BET or Viacom or be a part of the BET family or get it through like an organization, and then you get a ticket. So it's kind of exclusive in that kind of way. It's like an event where all of the DC wannabes and the bees are there. You see there's everybody from different organizations, everybody that want to be like, what do they call it, a thought leader. You know, these people that have like a blog and they want like people to like book them to talk about intersectionality, black bodies, and feminism. And first of all, it was hosted by Arsenio Hall. I really loved Arsenio Hall from the 90s when I was a kid, when the show was on. It was social media. So he did a really good job actually. He kept cursing. Like, he cursed so much, but it was so funny to me. Like, he was just cursing. Like, he was saying stuff. I'm just like, how can you curse? Like, he was really cursing. I don't know how much they're going to keep in the show, or if it was like between takes or something, but because he was kind of like trying to get away with it. But it's probably not going to be on the show, but he cursed a lot, and it was so hilarious. The show opened with Toni Braxton. So, no lie, the audience didn't know it was Toni Braxton when she came out. Everybody was kind of like, okay. So she went through kind of like her hits and through her catalog, I guess to kind of tribute L.A. Reid, but also Babyface, because L.A. Reid is one of the honorees. So she tributed him with all these songs. But then the craziest thing is like the Braxton sisters, I think, was like the backup. So they were like the backup, but they were like in darkness. Like, so I thought they were like regular backup singers. Then later on, I was like, who are these people behind her? They look kind of familiar because they weren't really like, you could tell they weren't like professional dancers or something. Not trying to be funny, but like they were just like doing the moves, like, you know, kind of like if I showed you how to do the moves like to one of my songs, Jesus on the main, Jesus on the main, on the bus, Jesus on the main, on the bus. Like, so if I taught you to dance moves to Jesus on the main, on the bus, like that's how they were dancing. So I was like, kind of like, you know what? So anyway, so she went through her catalog. It was good. It wasn't like overwhelmingly like great or anything, but it was good seeing her on stage again in kind of like a Proud Mary outfit. Jussie Smollet performed. Jussie Smollet, he performed. What is it? Makeup. What's that? For you. I think that's the song that he performed. Maybe I'm thinking that it's a Michael Jackson song. Y'all see it when it comes on. But he came out there and performed it with like this group of like smiling black people. And they were like, you know, like, they always have like the Smiling Black Choir on like TV shows. Like, I think people just love seeing black people smile and singing gospel music. Like, it makes people so happy, and it's just makes them so feel so wonderful about life. So then Usher came out. Usher has a really nice voice. Usher came out and performed kind of like unplugged versions of his hits. So he did like, what was like? He did You Don't Have to Call. He also did, what's it? Waving your body off the bed. So that was Bedtime. He sang Bedtime, but it's kind of like a unplugged version. But his voice is like really, really, really good. Like, I want Usher to come out with a new, like a project that can like shut down everybody. It can be like another 10 million seller. Like, I think he has it. And L.A. Reid said it when he accepted his award. Like, he has it. He was like, he got another good big one in him. I see it, and I saw it too. It was one of the presenters. So we had like all these people like honoring L.A. Reid, and then out of nowhere there was a performance by the Deele, the group that L.A. Reid was a part of before LaFace Records and all of that stuff happened. I knew about the Deele, but I didn't, you know, but I was listening to their music. I was like, oh, I know these songs. So they were singing all these songs that I kind of knew. So they performed, and it was actually a good performance, like with Babyface and L.A. Reid, like on drums. and like the entire band like coming in, walking in, like I mean they were walking in like they kind of like Thriller now, but they still did a good job. And you have to see it. Hopefully it comes across great on TV. Patty, see, I was so Baptist. I can't do it like the dude does it because I'm Baptist. So I just be like, so will only you knew. That's how old women say it. They be like, pray the Lord. Oh, he's good. Oh, Lord. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. Fantasia came out and tributed Patti LaBelle singing "You Are My Friend." And when I tell you, I've never seen her say that still. Like she stood in almost the same space and sang the mess out of that song. And the people around me were so angry because I was standing up. She said, "You are my friend." I said, "Sing!" I was like that annoying like person that you sit next to. So I was like when she was singing. So she was singing the mess out of that song to the point like everybody was on their feet, like when she first started singing. So that was a really good moment in the show. She sang it and she didn't like go crazy like she did like on the UNCF show when she was like doing a tribute to Patti LaBelle. So it's a really good performance. You'll see it. Everybody's going to be talking about it. And presented the award. Lee Daniels came out and he was discussing how his grandmother inspired him for the role of Cookie, and he was kind of like throwing a little shade to Lil' Kim and all these other people that saying that Cookie was inspired by them and all these other people. But he kind of like threw a little shade at that and really focused on the reason why he writes the way he does is because he wants to be true to himself and put the information out there in the most honest and the rawest way possible. And that's what he does with shows like Empire and also with other movies like Precious. Like, it's just raw and real, and that's the way he likes to present his art. So congratulations to him. Oh, so Ledisi came out and did a tribute to Natalie Cole. You know, people keep looking over her for these at these award shows. They keep looking over everything that she's done in the industry. She was kind of like this bridge between like this contemporary, well, not contemporary, I would say this traditional pop and R&B. So she was kind of like one of these people that was able to like ride that. That's what Natalie Cole did. And so Ledisi came out and did like a little medley of songs, and she did a good job. And she was like, "This is the way we're supposed to tribute, right?" And everybody was like, "Yay!" That's the only thing I have to say about that, but it was a really good and nice tribute. So Jazmine Sullivan came out and did like this tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire. So it was really a surprise to a lot of people because I don't think a lot of people knew that she was going to come out and sing. So she did an awesome job, but they had to cut it twice, so she sang it twice with Raheem, the artist that's from the actual DC area where the show was held. So she did a great job singing September. So it was pretty good, and you'll love it in the show. And I just love Jasmine Sullivan. Like, I don't know, she just looks like she can bake cookies, and like, I don't know, she just makes me so happy. She just makes me so happy. I just like her. I just want to like put her like on my couch and just have her just bake cookies for me and like play with her toes or something. I don't know. So I'm not even gonna talk about. So I'm not gonna talk about what happened with women that sat next to me. You gotta. First of all, the seats at Warner Theater are small. They're made for the butt of like a coyote or something. These women came with these elephant arms, came and sat next to me. They came and sat next to me, arms just like all over here, and leaning. You know how like when you sit next to somebody and you like lean this way? Both of them were leaning towards me, and one had like a nasty attitude and didn't want to like interact, you know, with me. Like I was like getting happy about like some of the performances, and she was just looking at me like, "What are you happy about the performance for me to sit like?" But anyway, so I was sitting there and I just wanted to like get like a needle and like poke that elephant arm all in my space. Y'all need to have it at somewhere else with like a bigger seats or something. It's just not made for that. So for some reason, I decided to go to the after party. So the after party was held, I think, at the Art Gallery, the National Art Gallery in downtown Washington, D.C., when I was Chinatown, Washington, D.C. And so I went, and we walk in, it was like all purple and this big BET thing. And the best thing I've ever seen in my life at the after party, chicken sandwiches. Like, they had a chicken sandwich bar. Like, you could just make chicken sandwich. And then, guess what else they had? They had an open bar. Now, let me tell you how much of a blessing the open bar is to the life of the people of the Lord. Let me tell you. And it really set me up for failure. It really did. So I was there, and when I walked in, I already knew it was about to be stupid. So I walked in, I went straight for the chicken sandwich table. I was like, I'm going to have to eat a bunch of these chicken sandwiches. So I went in there, and I was waiting on a lot of other celebrities to come in. Like I said, other celebrities, like I am one. See, I'm just crazy. So I was able to meet Attorney General Eric Holder. One of the things Eric Holder said during his acceptance speech, he was an honoree, was that we don't live in a post-racial society. And that makes a lot of people mad, but it's just the truth. So why would you get mad about it? So I was able to meet him and tell him thank you for what he did to address a lot of juvenile justice issues in the school-to-prison pipeline. He kind of began that push with policy to kind of break that down in this country. So I had to thank him for that. And also, it was probably one of the craziest things. Let me tell you, Melissa Harris Perry, I saw her there. Like, she was on the floor for at least 2 hours. I was on it for like an hour and a half. I ended up doing like the cha-cha slide or something, like next to like Melissa Harris Perry, and like Deborah Lee was back there, and Melissa Harris Perry was like right here. So I was like, bah, bah, bah. But she could see, I didn't even like her like that until I saw her do all of those dances to every song, like for 3 hours. So the after party was fun, and it was insane, and everybody was having fun. So go to a BET after party if y'all ever go to a BET event, let me tell you. So yeah, that was BET Honors from 2016. It was a good event. I think that it'll look good on TV, but you know, it's kind of like, okay, well, who are the current artists that have music out now? That's what I was kind of looking for, but they really didn't showcase that. So that's the only thing that I was kind of annoyed by. But overall, it's a good show. It's a solid show. It shows black excellence in this country. That's something that we need to really push forward. Hit me up on Twitter @RiceChamp or BMcCoy.com. That's it. Make sure to subscribe. Bye.